Can I start? Good afternoon. So my name is Shohei Aoki, project lead at the Nakuja project. So you're most welcome. Thank you very much for coming to the internship. And this is Tawi, one of the supervisors of this Nakuja program. So, well, let me start the presentation. Before proceeding, let me check if my voice is audible. Michael or Jeff, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So this is just an orientation for this internship. Let me make it full screen. Now, so you know what is Nakuja project like? So we are making the rocket, and this project has started in 2019, and we have completed our second model of our rocket, which is N2, Nakuja 2 rocket. We have launched it in Seattle in November. Then now our aim is to develop the third model, the next model, which is N3 rocket. Okay, so you are here to work on the project. In addition to the solid rocket, so as you can see, so this is our N2 rocket, and this is a solid rocket. Our aim is, our final goal is to bring the non-satellite to the orbit of the Earth. So in this case, we are going to use liquid rocket engine so that we can bring the satellite into the orbit. So we definitely need a liquid rocket engine, and we have started the development. Some of the mechatronics final year students have worked as their final year projects. Okay. So the research and development of the liquid propulsion or liquid engine is going on. So some of you are going to work under the topic. Now, let me describe something about our ongoing progress. So, as I mentioned, we have developed N2 rockets, but we have found many improvements. Okay. Welcome with the button. So, the first item, and maybe the most important item in the N3 rocket, is to develop the recovery system. Okay. So we are going to use a parachute to recover the rocket. So currently, our rocket is not going to space. The current apogee, expected apogee for the N2 rocket is 500 meters. So once it reaches the maximum point altitude, which we call apogee, it will start descending. Okay. So if we are not going to do anything, it just falls. Okay, and it will be destroyed. So we should recover it without damaging it, so that we can fly it as many times as we want to. So in this case, we need a parachute to safely recover the rocket. And as I described, so let me show you this video. This one is the rocket propeller. So the members are shouting parachute, parachute, and it didn't, okay, it was ejected, but it didn't expand. So it didn't work. And we launched 3 N2 rockets, and none of them successfully been recovered using the parachute. So for the development of the N3 rocket, we definitely succeed to recover the rocket using the parachute. Okay. If you have seen our website, there are currently 4 topics or 4 teams: propulsion, avionics, flight control, and airframe. But for this internship, I will explain it later. So we are kind of going to merge flight control and avionics, maybe even the airframe, so that some of you are supposed to work as a topic of recovery. Okay, not the avionics, not the flight control. It is defined as recovery because this is very important for you. Okay, so most of you who have applied for this internship requesting to be part of avionics will be directed to recovery. Okay. All right, so that is it. The next one is about airframe. Okay, so this is also the preparation of the N2 rocket. You see, yeah, June is also working to so can you see what are they doing? They are inserting the avionics bay, kind of flight control, circuit board, parachute, those things. They are pushing it. What happened is, so you see, we designed the dimension and we fabricated the avionics bay and airframe. However, always there should be a mechanical errors, dimensional errors. Okay, so and also the precision matters. So precision of the fabrication, of cutting the wood and casting the body using fiberglass. So this error causes such a mess. It's very difficult to push it. So if it's perfectly precise, it will be inserted without no problem. Okay, but you see, there was a problem. So in that case, we are going to redesign the whole structure for subsystem. Subsystem meaning the fins and the nose cone, a body tube, and the avionics bay, everything. Okay? Everything related to mechanical subsystems. So that we will improve. And also, the current body tube is using fiberglass. It is okay in terms of strength. However, I think it is still heavy. So our next target is N3 rocket, and currently the target apogee is 2,000 meters or 2 kilometers. The past one is 500, so 4 times larger than the past one in the 2. So in this case, we are going to definitely increase the propulsion thrust, in addition to decrease the weight of the body tube. Okay, if we can make it light, much lighter, that apogee will be enhanced. So airframe team is going to work on this topic to improve the whole structure subsystem, as well as the launch pad. I think I'm going to explain it also later. And in terms of recovery or avionics, we need to add internal memory, SD card or flash memory or any other means, so that we can store the loading, a flight load on the memory. So this is a PCB which has been developed by the avionics and flight control team. It was okay because we could acquire sensor data using a telemetry. Telemetry means it's a wireless communication. We have used the Wi-Fi for this purpose. It was perfectly fine. However, the issue is sometimes the communication will be disrupted. Okay. Also, there is a maximum range of the communication. So if you surpass or exceed, that's the communication limit in terms of the distance, the communication will be out. So what we need is to install some internal memory to acquire the data. So, okay, so what we need is to install the memory, as I mentioned, so that at the end of the day, we are going to recover the rocket. Okay, so meaning we can get the SD card, or we can extract the SD card after the launch of the flight, so that we can analyze the flight data. Okay, so that is another mission. Now, let me also mention the launch part.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
So what happens here? You see, the launch part is disrupt. I mean, it is tilted. You can see here. So that is, it was not stabilized. Okay, so the rocket was launched not the vertical. It was launched like a missile in this direction. So it is also dangerous, and it cannot achieve our mission. Okay, so we have to design the launch part as well. One of the issues is the stabilization. Another reason is another aspect of the improvement is to adjust the angle. Also, there is attachment. So on the rocket side, there is a kind of a jig that could be attached to the launch rail. Okay, so we call it the launch lab. So launch lab and the launch rail must be very smooth. So if it is not aligned, it will cause a friction. So also it will decrease the apogee. So it will give bad effect. So avionics, sorry, the airframe team is also working on the launch pad. Okay. Now, so to summarize, the team 1 related to avionics and flight control, it is a reliable recovery system. Okay, so we have main objectives. So we must achieve those 4 aspects. The mechanical ejection. So what is the mechanical ejection of the parachute? So we have used a pilot in the M2 rockets. And there is a possibility of still pursuing such a pilot technique. However, I suggest we are going to also consider the mechanical ejection system. That sounds much more reliable. Okay. It also has a disadvantage, like increasing the weight, because we need additional mechanical structure. Pilot technique, we only need a kind of a gunpowder, crimson powder, we call it. But as compared to the pilot technique, it will increase the weight, total mass. But I suggest in this internship, we are going to consider this option as a first priority. Then the next item is the parachute expansion, simulation, and implementation. Okay, so we need to test the parachute. Okay, so we are supposed to maybe from at the rooftop we are going to eject. Throw our rocket away to down to the ground so that we can test the performance of the parachute. Okay. Also, in the N2 rocket, we have tried to acquire the real-time position using a GPS. So we have implemented on the PCB. However, there was an issue. So we are going to improve this GPS tracking, real-time tracking of the position. Also, as I mentioned, we need an external memory using flash or SD so that we can acquire data on board. Okay. Now, let me propose something. You are not supposed to work from scratch. Okay, we have developed flight control board and avionics board. Okay, so you're supposed to customize it. You're going to add some function in it because we already have developed. You don't need to restart from zero. Okay? We are going to continue based on our asset, right? So once we achieve such objectives, there are secondary objectives. One, long-range data transmission. Okay. So for the sensor data, we have confirmed that we can transmit such a sensor data for 500 meters for M2 rocket. However, there was a limit in terms of a video transmission. Okay. So you're supposed, if you are particularly interested in communication side, that must be an interesting topic for you. But do not misunderstand. Your first priority is the recovery system. So once you achieve such primary objective, you can go to the second objective. The second item for the sub-objective is the dual deployment. Currently, we are only using one parachute, single parachute. But because we are going higher, it's better or it's worth considering the two parachutes. The first parachute is a drop parachute. The second parachute is a main parachute. Okay. Theme 2 related to an airframe. So you're supposed to improve the body and launch body or airframe. So the main objective for this one is to use the high performance material, which has more precise dimension or surface smoothness, lightness, stiffness, strength, and robustness. So you can consider using aluminum, or CFRP, or GFRP. Currently, we are using a GFRP, but you have to discuss which option you are going to pursue. Second item is the total redesign of substructure. As I mentioned, we have designed the dimension, but actually, okay, another example, another problem is for the M2 rocket, we have designed the airframe, but we have not created a 3D model for each component, avionics bay or parachute or something which will be built in the rocket. So by designing or by creating such a 3D model, we can simulate our rocket flight much more precisely. So this is another task for the airframe team, okay? The modeling of every component. Next item is identification of rocket parameters, center of gravity, by using kind of a swing test or center of pressure. This can be calculated by the simulation. And inertia, momentum of inertia, momentum of inertial area or mass. So all these parameters should be identified so that we can achieve much more precise simulation, flight simulation. Number 4, stable launch pad and improved launcher for better deployment. Yeah, so that is what I have mentioned. Sub-objectives, number 1, identification of drag coefficient. Hopefully, we are going to use wind tunnel, which is in the fluid laboratory. Also, that is better if we can do some identification of aerodynamic coefficients using DATCOM. DATCOM is a software to determine the aerodynamic coefficient. Or we consider using our wind tunnel to determine such aerodynamic coefficients. That is much more advanced topic, but it will be definitely interesting. Number 3 and number 4 is about the propulsion. Now, theme 3 is about solid propulsion, and theme 4 is liquid propulsion. Theme 3 is the topic is to confirm the theoretical performance of KNSB from static test. So we have developed KNSB propulsion propellant, potassium nitrate as an oxidizer, and a sorbitol as a fuel. This is a mixture of such oxidizer and fuel. However, we have not realized the theoretical performance. I think we can still much to do to achieve such a theoretical performance. So the solid propulsion team is going to work on it. And also static test the way to conduct static tests must be improved. Okay, we have developed a wireless system to ignite it and generate a thrust and measure the thrust. However, okay, so there are something to do. There are many things to do to improve such a static test. Also, okay, this is what I mentioned: improvement of static test stand for immediate static test. What is immediate? So we are doing the static test at the rugby pitch in JPOT. Normally, so we bring all the test stand and propellant and everything to the ground and start working for prepare for the static test. Maybe it takes 30 minutes to 1 hour, even more, to set up. So we want to improve it so that once we bring such equipment, we can start static test immediately, okay? Maybe after 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Yeah. Sub-objectives. The first one is to study on composite propellant, okay, like APCP, ammonium perchlorate plus composite propellant. This is much more advanced propellant. But most of the rocket team, like MIT, any other, TU Delft, those people are using a composite propellant. So that is our way to go. But I have received advice from the propulsion team, so we don't need to hurry to jump into the composite propellant. There are many things to do to improve our current motor. So this is a kind of a transition. So we are going to complete or realize the full potential of KNSB, then so that we can move to the second level, upper level. And also AP, ammonium perchlorate, is not available in Kenya. You cannot find any chemical store which is safe. It's almost prohibited. So we have to synthesize it so we need a chemist to synthesize it, so that we can achieve the ISP, specific impulse, greater than 200 seconds. So currently, the maximum theoretical performance of KNSB is 120 around. So it will be doubled if we use a different or composite propellant. Okay. But that is a much more advanced topic. And next one, real-time static test analysis dashboard. Okay, so what we are doing, we are acquiring the data from the load cell and using Arduino and Raspberry Pi. Then we are analyzing it after the test using Excel, using a Python program. However, we can create such kind of a software program or so that we can analyze it real time. Okay, so that is much appreciated. Then also we need a dedicated circuit board and casing for static test. So this is one of the reasons why we take much time to prepare the static test, because this is not okay. There is a dedicated circuit board, but on the breadboard and connection, sometimes it is messed. So if we prepare such a dedicated circuit board protected by casing, it will make it much more efficient. The last theme is liquid propulsion. This is also an advanced topic. Okay, and as I mentioned, there are some work, and I think Felix and Michael and other members from the propulsion are willing to show you their progress. Okay. On Wednesday, I guess. So the first theme is the completion of the liquid rocket engine test stand made by the 5th-year Nakuja mechatronics students. Felix, Michael was working on the cooling system of the liquid engine. Joy and Maureen was working on development of the test stand. And Martin and Samuel was working on the injector body. So the prototype is ready, but we have not conducted test. There are 2 types of tests: the water test and the firing test. In this internship, we are not going to fire it. So there should be a step, okay? So that this is okay, you know, the propulsion is sometimes dangerous. So we have to be careful. Okay. So our aim is to complete the water testing. So meaning we are going to give a pressure, but we are not giving the fuel. Okay, fuel, as for now, the ethanol is expected to be used, but we are not flowing ethanol. Instead of ethanol, we are going to flow the water. For the oxidizer fuel, for now, we are using gas oxygen as a fuel. Sorry, the oxidizer, but we are going to use water. For this case, for oxygen, we might be able to use it, but we will decide. Okay. And the sub-objective is a firing test, but if we can confirm there is no leakage, the sensors are perfectly working, if we confirm everything, we can move on to the next stage. Okay, so 30 minutes have passed, and thank you for listening. Now, let me give you to introduce yourself briefly. And currently, there are 19, including women, so 18 interns. Right. So let me show you the list. So, okay, I'm going to. So who is Anne? IP and Julia. Okay. So could you introduce briefly about yourself?
Hi, I'm Arthur, currently taking ECE, electrical and computer engineering. I'm now going into my fifth year. Thank you for the opportunity to be there.
Thank you. So as you requested the airplane, so I assigned the body and the launch pad task. Is it okay? Good. Thank you. Next, Paul.
Okay, currently heading into fifth year, and to be honest, at first I didn't expect to be part of the liquid, but once I got it, I'm actually grateful for it. Looking forward to hearing the.
Thank you. Yes, so you confirm the liquids. Next, Brian, Sharon.
I'm going to be taking drinks and it's good. You know, I wanted to perform.
Okay, thank you. So now you are part of the liquid, okay? Thank you. Next, Jones, Saka. He's not here. Then I can skip. Luz, Chepkemoi.
Hey everyone.
Hello. Okay, thank you. Now you are in the recovery. Safa, Osman. Thank you very much. You are also in the recovery group. Edwin.
My name is Eddie.
Thank you. You are also in the recovery. Beth, 10, why not? Thank you very much. You are from IT. I think maybe the first IT student. Yes. Thank you very much. Also in the recovery group. Tony, okay.
Hi.
Thank you. Also in the recovery, Collins, Beth. Afternoon.
My name is I'm I'm very interested in fashion. I have the chance to work under the people fashion. Is something that I'm very.
Thank you very much. Oh, I realized, I think I'm out of the network. Give me a minute. Oh, am I still audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, let me proceed. June,
Absolutely. My name is Triple, and I'm going into my GPSCI students. I'm very excited to be a part of this event. Inside, we have a lot of work in accounting to time.
thank you. Also working in recovery, Innocent.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
I'm Innocent Sylvester with going to my 5th year of electronic engineering with my school. I'll be working on the 40 and the platform. Looking forward to working.
Thank you. I like your shirt. Yeah. Maiga.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
The name is Naika Aziz. I'm a power student and I'm doing my first year PhD electrical engineering in the communication option. I think we'll make it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you are also the first intern from House T. So you are most welcome. Faith Charangat.
I'm going to my engineering.
Thank you very much. Sorry. Samuel Tinega. After.
Samuel Chineka, I'll be working in the so pleasure.
Most welcome. Lawrence Mwadime.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I'm thankful to be part of the team. I'm Lawrence Medina, a technical engineer. I'm moving to my 5th year next year, and I'm part of the body and management team.
Thank you. Shaba Ebeneza Barack.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Thank you very much. Bruce Kipragat, Tibet. Afternoon. Thank you very much. You are from KU, right? Yes. Yeah, I was wondering if you are sure to come, but I'm glad you're here. Most welcome. Lai Mukeni.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My name is Larry Mechanic. I'm going to 5th year mechatronics. Yes, I'm in the avionics, solid and liquid. I'm glad to be here to Thank you.
Thank you. Francis Gachunga.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Francis Gashunga. I apologize for not coming today because I'm doing my final year presentation, but I'm really excited to join this team and build a rocket with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. You're most welcome from KU.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Next, Shanza Ude from Dekut. If not, Dishan Otieno from Dekut. Okay, maybe it's far. Okay. Now we have how many? 23 minus 3 is 20. Yeah, so that's a good number. And I didn't assign some of you, the team to some of you, like solid slash liquid. Do you have any particular preference for the propulsion group? Bruce? I don't have any. Oh, okay. Ryan, do you have any preference for
between solid and liquid.
Yes,
And liquid.
agreed. Good. All right. So, okay. I will consider maybe there is some imbalance, but yeah, for now we are going to start. Okay, in this team allocation. Okay, so thank you very much for your introduction. Now, I try to decide the leader for each team, for recovery, for airframe, for solid, for liquid. Any volunteers to be leader? Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, raise your hand again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which one? Okay. Anyone from recovery? You're from recovery. Anyone from recovery? Yeah. Anyone who wants to be a leader from recovery? Edwin. So I assigned Edwin. Anyone who wants to be a leader from airframe? Woody and Innocent. Anyone? Solid propulsion, leader. Your name? Shabak. Is it a Shabak? Leader from liquid. Okay. Let me paint it. This one. I think, yeah, so as you proceed, I think, because you don't know each other, right? So it's better, maybe you start your work and discuss. Okay. Or any existing member, you are, okay, already existing member. So in my impression, that is better if you, the leader is from the existing Nakuja member because he knows something about it. But we'll see. Thank you. Oh, okay.
They can be assisting.
All right. So Paul, so you can lead the team. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's move on. So this is the first batch. So there will be 2 batches. So you're supposed to end your internship on March 24th. Okay, so this is 10 weeks internship. I understand the minimum requirement is 8 weeks, but this is 10 weeks. Okay, and for the second batch, it will start on March 13th. So there will be some overlapping for first batch and second batch. This is a transition period. Then the second batch will start internship on March 13th, and it will end on 5th May. So this is 8 weeks internship. However, if you request, you can stay. So you can continue your internship. You can continue your work. Okay. But if you're interested in doing some internship outside, yeah, it's okay. But after 10 weeks, yeah, you can go. The reason is last year, I didn't define such a 10 weeks period. So I was expecting everyone will continue, but because the requirement is 8 weeks. After 8 weeks, some member just disappeared. So it was a bit, how to say, my favorite. So I just set the period. 10 weeks, you should stay here, but after that, it will depend on you. But you're most welcome to work, continue. Okay? Because some of the members is really passionate about the rocket, so they want to stay as much as possible. So this is still okay. Now, we decided our team leaders, and this is important. This is a suggestion by the existing member, Jeff. So we are supposed to have a stand-up meeting every day by each team. Okay, what is a stand-up meeting? So Jeff said this is just a 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes meeting to brief the progress and to do. So you're supposed to talk about each team member supposed to talk about their progress, like what I did yesterday, what I'm going to do today, and this is the current challenges I face, so that any input is welcome. Something, okay? So you must do it every day, meaning you are supposed to come physically, okay, every day. You are going to meet your teammate. Okay? That is very important. And okay, the next topic is orientation or onboarding. So I asked the current active members, the senior members of Nakuja, to brief about their achievement and progress. Okay, so as I said, this is a community, so you don't need to start from scratch. Okay, we are going to take advantage of our past achievement or asset. So I asked Michael to brief about the avionics today. Maybe the Caleb might join about the recovery. And Felix said he's available either today or on Wednesday. Maybe considering time, he will do it on Wednesday. Also, Felix is one of the members who have worked on the development of the Wiki test stand. So he will show us a demonstration of the Wiki stand, maybe on Wednesday this week. Now, another important aspect is the progress meeting. So every day we are gathering like this, okay? And in this meeting, what we do, we are just reporting our progress. And you can share progress and also the challenges, okay? So that we can discuss to solve the issues. The meeting will be held physically like this, but I'm going to prepare some online meetings like this so that other members can join. Because currently the final year students is away, but they are really helpful. So I try to ask their assistance. The final presentation will be held, I think, in the beginning of May. So once these 2 batches will be completed, we are going to organize a final presentation. Last year, we have invited the DJ of KSA, and finally, the deputy has come. Colonel Nyawade has come for our presentation. Okay, that is, I didn't mention, so we are collaborating with KSA, Kenya Space Agency, and we seek the assistance from them for launching a rocket, for anything. Also, last year we have held Kenya, we have joined the exhibition, Kenya Space Conference and Expo 2022. So they invited us. Okay. So it's good. We keep updating the KSA. Last year, we also visited Marine, Brogurio Space Center. This is based on the support from KSA. So they have given us the accommodation. Okay. So yeah, that is a collaboration which is ongoing. Also, I encourage you to write the article, like on blog, on our blog, on Twitter, Instagram. Like basically, this is the advertisement of our activity. So each one is in charge of publishing our work. And yeah, the posting to social media is much appreciated. Finally, present your work in SRI conference. So this year, when will be the SRI? Oh, in October, like last year. Yes. So we are doing our activity also as a research. Okay. So I encourage you to write some research articles. So now, important information. Last year we were using. Okay, basically we are using some online work platform. This is a new one, Discord. So if you have ever used Slack, this looks very similar. Honestly, I've not used Discord much. The reason we migrated from Slack to Discord is there was recent change of the policy of the Slack company. This is a change of the pricing. So they decided for the free users, after 90 days, all the messages cannot be seen. So I decided, because we want to keep our discussion almost forever. So we try to use Discord for our communication. Okay. Let me just show you. This is a Discord. Yeah. So this is a Discord of Nakuja project. So far, because I have just created and no discussion is ongoing, but I have created 4 channels, like recovery, airframe, wicked, and solid. So ideally, you are supposed to host any discussion or all the discussion on Discord so that we can track all the discussion. Okay. So how to join? So this is the invitation link. What you do, you just install the Discord on mobile or PC, then click it so that you can join. This is another information. There is r/rocketry channel. So this is Discord channel for rocketry. This is it. And there are many interesting information shared, interesting communication ongoing. So I recommend you to join this one to get some insight. I have not followed up everything, but definitely I confirm there are many things we can borrow from them. Right. So ideally, we should keep all the discussions on Discord. Now, important tips. So if you have any challenges, report it on Discord. Don't be silent. You need to talk out loud. Okay. What I want to avoid is you're going to report in the regular meeting, like we have challenges, and you have been silent. Okay. You have been keeping quiet, but suddenly you start saying we have challenges. Yes. So don't make it secret. If you have faced any challenges, just share on the Discord so that others might be able to assist you. Okay. So share your issues. Okay. So it is okay to share or say we have challenges in the regular meeting. However, you should have posted before the meeting. Okay. You should have posted such issue on Discord before the meeting so that we can track what is happening in each team. Now, as I mentioned, onboarding session will be done by propulsion, recovery, airframe, and maybe flight control. Honestly, for this internship, the flight control is not a primary focus, but for the people who are interested in the flight control, maybe Sami or other members might be able to set up such an onboarding session. So your mission is to develop the M3 rocket by the end of April, by the end of completion of our internship, and which is expected to reach 2,000-meter apogee. Also, the liquid propulsion engine, the mission is to complete the water test. Okay, this is the supervisors, myself, Dr. Witty, Dr. Mushiri is not here, Mr. Manegane from EEE, Dr. Patrick here. So we are 100% supporting you. So if you have any challenges, please tell us. Okay. So we are using online platforms like Discord and but the maybe second important, most important is GitHub. So I created a repository, internship 2023. So you are supposed to, if you don't have any GitHub account, make it and let me know so that I can add you as a member of Nakuja project. So there are currently members, 47 people. Okay. So once you create your GitHub account, please let me know so that I can invite you as a member. Okay. So on this GitHub internship 2023 repository, what are you going to do? You're going to, oh, excuse me, you are the interns, right? What's your name?
My name is Chandra.
Oh, Shanza Aram Ogude. Welcome.
Thank you.
You came from Yale.
Not, I'm not only,
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you are from Decorate, right?
yes.
Yes. And thank you. So you're supposed to work on the solid propulsion or liquid propulsion thing. Okay. Addition or piano? Any? No. What's your name? Philip Sean. You're not an intern. Okay. Your name? Samson. Yeah, I have seen you. Oh, you're not part of it. All right. Oh, Barbara.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, let me continue. So GitHub. Last year we have created internship 2022. Okay, and the most important about this repository is the projects here. So there were projects, or there was a project N2 development. So this is to track your progress. Okay, so there are 3 columns, like to do, in progress, and done. Let me change the color so that it will be much easier to see. Settings. There is appearance. And where is light? Oh, okay, light, high contrast. Thank you. Now let me go back to projects. Now, so we have 3 columns: to do, in progress, and done. Easy to use. So first, you start from to do. Okay, so these are the issues which is listed here. So all your tasks must be covered in the issues here, like a PCB review, blah, 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 blah. So you're supposed to create a list, or you're supposed to import the card. I think at cards, yeah, so you can just drag and drop from the issues. Okay. So once you decide you start working on this topic or task, you move it to this column, okay? So that everybody can see you are working on this. Once it's done, you're supposed to move it to the done column, okay? Yeah, easy, right? Now, I want to suggest in this year, the regular meeting, in the regular meeting, we are not using a PowerPoint slide. We are only using GitHub. So what we do, I created a repository 2023, and I already created a project, or 4 projects. I can see only one. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm going to create 4, recovery, airframe, liquid, and solid, so that you're going to use this panel during the presentation, okay, to explain what is in progress, what is done last week, and what will be done in the future. Okay, because what I want to avoid is last year we used the PowerPoint, and I realized sometimes the team is reporting the same thing in the next meeting, in the next meeting. So I just want to avoid such a duplication. Okay, so it's very apparent if you keep doing the same things. Yeah, it's already staying there. Okay, so that is a kind of improvement. Currently, there are okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 avionics. I don't know why I created this. I can just remove it. But anyway, yeah, I will do it later. So use only 4 projects: liquid, solid, avionic, sorry, airplane, and recovery. So this is GitHub. I think the senior members can also brief you. And there is a Rodney. So yeah, he can show you how to use GitHub efficiently. All right, GitHub, very important. And as you can see, there are many repositories. Okay. So all the information must be uploaded. This one. So this is design of the PCB. Okay. So design of the PCB, design of the software. This is an airplane simulation using Open Rocket. This is a setting configuration file. Yeah, and the thrust analysis includes the data of the static test. Okay, so post analysis, and this is an eng file, engineering file, which is a thrust file to be used for Open Rockets. Okay, you can also generate an ENG file from the Open Motor simulator. Yeah, so all the information should be on public. Okay, there is no secrets. So yeah, you're supposed to publish it, everything, right? So sometimes this is one of the issues to be improved. So we have many repositories, and this is not so arranged. This is all the information is scattered sometimes. Okay, but yeah, we are going to improve it. All right, and the WhatsApp. So I already added you into the WhatsApp intern groups, which is here. Okay, yeah. So this is the main group for the communication. So any immediate communication will be done on Nakuja intern group. However, all of the discussion related to the development must be done on Discord. Okay. Because for WhatsApp, all the information will be disappearing. Okay, so it will be easily gone. But for Discord, we can keep all the discussion, okay, on the channel. So that's why you can still use WhatsApp for the communication, but especially particularly for the discussion of development, you're supposed to use Discord. Okay, then this is the most three important tools. Also, we are sharing our schedule using a Google Calendar, Scrapbox. Okay, last year we have used Scrapbox. It was utilized initially, but everybody forgot about this. So, but there is an account, so you can still utilize it. This is just a memo or the information. But if you can use, yeah, the reason why I created Scrapbox is the Discord can keep all the discussion. But again, as you can see, this is a Rocketry Discord group, and as we continue the discussion, it is hard to, go back to the initial discussion. So sometimes the important information will be easily gone. So that's why I created this one to stock our important information. Okay. So you can also use it if you are willing to use it. Then social media, Blogger, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. So those utilization is much appreciated. So if you are familiar with video creation and want to post something on YouTube, let me know. I can add you as an uploader. I can give you a permission to upload the video. Twitter, Instagram, Blogger, yes, much appreciated. For Blogger, we are using it as technical writing. Okay, so your static test, results, and simulation, those technical articles is appreciated on Blogger. Instagram, Twitter. Oh, by the way, I'm going to share this one. Or let me share it now on the WhatsApp group, so that you don't need to memorize everything. So this is the slide. Okay. Now move on to the next. So safety first. This is particularly for the propulsion group, but for all the groups. If you are working on the glass fiber as an airframe, you need to put your gloves, masks, and because if you inhale the particle of the fiber, it will damage your lung and the circulation system. So yeah, so anytime you work on something, please take care about the safety. And particularly for the firing test, the supervisor must attend, like some of us must attend for the firing test, like a static test. Okay. So there is also Nakuja safety guideline, especially for the static test or the launch. Like if the wind is greater than 8 miles per hour, you need to suspend your static test or something like that. So I recommend you to go through it, the safety guideline. This is also on the GitHub. So this is just a modification of safety guideline from NAR, National Association of Rocketry in US. But yeah. Now, the progress meeting will be held every week. So this is last week. Last week we had regular meeting on Wednesday, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. here, but it will be a week. And I need to tell you, I will be away from, I will be out of the country from 25th January to 3rd February for 2 weeks, or about 2 weeks. So during this period, we are not able to hold such a regular meeting. So I request you to post on Discord, okay, so that I can keep your progress. I can track your progress. So there is no meeting in the third week, but the next meeting will be held on Tuesday, 24th, because I'm leaving on 25th. I will be here 24th. So let me propose at 12, from 12 on 24th January. So this is a physical meeting like this. Okay, so, but after that, we are going to decide. So after the third week, or after the first week of February, we are going to decide which day we are going to have a regular meeting. Okay. All right, so this is a regular meeting. It will be determined. Yeah. And there will be a team meeting. So normally, each team has each team meeting. The existing regular members, the Nakuja members, are supposed to have such a meeting. Currently, the final year students is graduating, and most of them are away from the campus. So I think this is a kind of a transition period. So they might not be able to join such a meeting. But yeah, you are supposed to communicate with the regular members so that we can share your progress. Okay. Now, this is important. Sorry, this is a bit long meeting, but I think I'm going to finalize in 5 minutes. So you can buy the consumables like breadboard and microcontroller, any material, chemicals, which is necessary for our project. Okay. However, there is a procedure. This is a bit complicated, but let me explain. First, if you wants to buy something, create a list, which indicates. So this is a kind of Excel sheet or Google Sheets that indicates the name of the item, quantity, unit price, and the total amount. Okay. And you share the list with me so that I can approve it. Once I approve it, you can go and buy. And after buying it, you're supposed to bring the receipt to my office or to me so that I can refund it. Basically, I use M-Pesa for the refund. Okay. Right. receipt is the most important. If you don't bring the receipt, you cannot be refunded. And this receipt must address Africa I-Japan project, bracket JICA, okay, as I mentioned here. So this is an example. So as you see, to Africa I-Japan project JICA. So this is a receipt from Nerokas in Tika. And there are other conditions, like the payment should be done on weekdays, like from Monday to Friday. You cannot buy items on Saturday and Sunday, okay? Then you should check if this receipt is company specific, right? There is a logo for the company. But sometimes there are some shopper who is run by individual and they don't have any company specific receipt. In this case, you have to ask them to write his name and the signature. Okay. Okay, but if you are not certain what to do, let me know. I will instruct. And this year, I'm going to change slightly because this accounting is very hard. Okay, so I need to account your receipt one by one, and this is taking forever. Okay, so I'd like to ask you, if you want to buy something, please aggregate, please merge your request to create one single quotation and buy in bulk. So for example, if you want to buy electronics from Nerokas or from Pixel, ask your friends, do you want to buy something now? Do you have something to buy now? Then aggregate the list, create a long list so that you buy it. You buy from Nerokas today, 100 shilling, tomorrow 80 shilling, tomorrow 60 shilling. No, you just aggregate and create maybe 3,000 shillings or 4,000 shillings so that you can buy at once. If the payment exceeds 4,000 shillings, let me know. Our office is going to make a payment by check. So yeah, so basically, yeah, that is it. And important thing, I created an interesting form to track your purchase. Let me propose this system. So this is a receipt upload. So you're supposed to upload your photo of the receipt, the photos of the receipt, your name, phone number, date you made a payment, and who made the payment. Is it paid by you, or did I pay instead of you, or your friend, or I don't know, whatever. And did you already receive the refund? Yes, no, or not necessary, because if I make payment on behalf of you, it is not necessary. Supplier name, like a Nerokas Pixel, and total amount paid, and then finally you upload the receipt photo. And this is just a warning, like I confirm the points, like Africa Japan project, its address, and the company specific receipt, and most importantly, uploading is not sufficient. Once you upload, you need to bring it. So you have to do two things. You upload and you bring the original. Okay. All right. So that is, my office is ELB, second floor. Yes. Then I think that's it. You can read it. Yeah. So yes, you will be able to use this room. I have not secured, but after this meeting, I'm going to go to reception and book the room. This room or the next room. Last year, there were sometimes students who is using this room as their internal attachment. So in that case, you have to move to the next room. Okay. But you are supposed to work here at IP. Okay. Finally, the logbook. So maybe for the JQuat students, you're supposed to submit a logbook. Please prepare it by typing. It's a computer. Please use your computer to type your logbook. Handwritten is not accepted. And try to save your figures and tables on your computer this will be helpful when you write the research article. Okay. That is it. Any questions? Yes.
I do have a question.
Okay, yeah, that is good. So yeah, okay, that is the most important point. Now, yes, before start development, we have to define our timeline. Yes, by when we are going to do what. And actually, I have not prepared, or I have not shown it. But this one, this time, let me task you to create such a solid timeline in the first week. So the first task will be to create such a timeline. Okay. So each team is going to communicate with senior members or active members, regular members of Nakuja, then define what you are going to achieve, what we are going to do in this internship. Okay. So I have just briefed essence of the issues. So this is kind of the most important issues, but there are some other issues which shall be reported by the members. Also, I didn't explain the current detail, the progress or achievement in detail, because if you if you will work under the rigid propulsion, for example, you don't know what has been done yet, okay, and you don't know what should be done next. I didn't brief it in this meeting intentionally, and you're supposed to communicate with existing members. And I want to ask each team to document it. Okay, so this is done in the past for the M2 development, and this is a task which you're going to do. And by listing such a task list, you are able to create such a timeline schedule. Okay, so this is your first task. Is it clear? Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Yes. Okay, so thank you very much. Everyone is in the WhatsApp group, but okay. Some other information. Let me just describe it. So propulsion, it's Washington who was reading the team. I think Washington is currently away, but I think he's joining in the team. Oh, by the way, Dr. Mushiri was pointing out that everyone must attend full time through the day, not half days. Okay, this is another important information. And for the rigid propulsion, I think Felix, also Michael from the avionics, you can also ask him. But for the solid propulsion development, the Washington and the Felix is the one who was leading the team. For airframe, Rodney, and for the fabrication of glass fiber, Mark Odiambo. So if you want to communicate, by the way, yeah, if you don't know his contact, you can let me know. I'll just give you. Oh yeah. Robin is here. Yeah. Anyone Do you suggest any other members for airplane? That's okay. Thank you. Yeah. Propulsion, the flight control, as I mentioned, flight control is not the focus, but Sami will give you information. What else? Oh, avionics. It's Michael who was reading the name, and Ian and Christian was telemetry. Yes, they were the one who developed the system related to telemetry, like ground station. And Josh and Arif, Martin. So these are the people who are working on the recovery using a pilot technique. So you can hear about their experience. Okay, so this is the person who you should meet or who you communicate. Okay, that's it.
Phoenix,
Hello.
you've misspelled it. Hello, you have misspelled the name Michael. Davian.
Oh. Is it okay? Yeah, you're not Michelle. Yes. Anything else? Okay, I know there are many missing items. So it is okay to ask me anything on Discord. And it is better to ask me on Discord because you shouldn't ask me one by one, okay, the same question. So I don't want to repeat. So it's better if you can ask me on Discord, right?
There are some components that university use for tools to use.
Yes.
How do you
Okay, honestly, yeah, let me say, I think so. So we have a cabinet in the Rapid 2, the next room. And there are kind of 4 shelves in the cabinet. And this is secured for Nakuja project. So you are able to use the materials located inside, like tools, chemicals, and circuit boards, everything. But we need to identify, because sometimes it is scattered. Like for example, the chemicals, some chemicals is stored in the cabinet, green cabinet in Rapid 2, but another chemical, some of the other chemicals is stored in the Rapid 1. So we need to identify. Or I think we can just take a tour maybe after this to locate some of the equipment. And yeah, you will be able to use facility here, like a 3D printer and like a soldering iron, oscilloscope. Some equipment may need to you may need to submit some kind of request letter or something, but you can let me know. Also, for the body tube and the chemicals to be used for the glass fiber fabrication, it is kept at the ground floor. I think there is some cage next to the IP, so it is kept there. Leakage testing stand is kept on the ground floor, exhibition display corner on this IP, and I think Felix will show us on Wednesday. But anyway, those information should be captured on Discord. Okay, so you can just ask me question, then I'm going to answer on the Discord. Anything else?
Second,
Yes.
I am not the impression that
That's a good point. Is it possible to join as a full time? Are you going to skip the class or what? Yeah, so yeah, that is an issue. You can still work as a regular member of Nakuja, if if it's difficult, it's difficult. So, what do you think? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mhm. Mhm.
I would say this
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure that
I see.
Being part of the membership, learn from the team when they have time, they can join them. And they will now
Yes.
they can already having some experience.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, you can work within a team, but not as an attachment, right? Because for others, I expect they are working for full time, for 9 to 5. So there is no excuse like I'm busy for assignment or something. So yes. Uh-huh. I see. Have you completed your coursework? Okay. What do you think? Can you manage both research and internship?
Yes, but this is maybe we can like one time or present our work to the commission. That's why
what do you think? That's okay. All right, so that's okay. So let me, so Tony and Brian. Brian. Yes, please. Okay, member. Yes. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Anything else? Oh, by the way, so after this meeting, you're supposed to start the discussion in the recovery team or separated by each team. Okay, and definitely you will get a question. Okay, especially if you are a new member. If you are not, if you don't have any experience working in Nakuja, definitely you will have a question. Try to use Discord and ask a question. Okay.
For me, it's like the power team can meet as members there.
That's good. Yes.
Maybe you can choose one where you can have to based on this like day when they explain the need to know the sense or maybe a new profession so that they can work as a team.
I see. I see. I see. So usually such a meeting was held online, and last year it was scheduled like this. It was, yeah, it's gone. Yeah, so last year we had a team meeting. The propulsion team was supposed to gather on Monday. It's a physical meeting. The airframe team was supposed to meet on Tuesday from 1 to 2. I think it was online. Avionics was Wednesday, 8 p.m. in the evening. Flight control, 8, Tuesday. But I think it's a good idea to agree on the date. So let's see. Oh, by the way, but I think it's better to ask the opinion from the existing member from each team. So could you communicate? So each team leader, could you communicate with existing team leader about such a weekly meeting and decide which day? So, and you can report it on the Discord. Which day?
If I agree when it's necessary. Not always, when it's necessary.
Okay, when it's
They
necessary.
are doing the design, especially when they are doing the airplane. They require to know the question with the craft, the amount of gas and all that. So that is the main question.
I see.
When they are deciding to make the airplane, they need to know the size. Maybe when it's necessary, team up.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Patrick, for your advice. So, all the interns will be in IP from morning till the evening. But you definitely need assistance from the existing members. So, in that case, set up such a meeting as Dr. Patrick mentioned, so that you can have a brainstorm for the particular topic. Anything else? Yes.
I understand from since one designing avionics space, if they have someone, let's say, structure
Okay. So, I mean, you mentioned avionics bay, right? So, in my plan, it is covered in body and launch pad, because this body team is not only making a body or fuselage, they are also working on the airframe, parachute, and everything. Any other comments?
Or this individual team meeting. So suggest the same said they need all the members as well, being the directly brought in the team form. Maybe they need to incorporate them in their first motivation, they get that insight from them, that basic explanation of what they are doing, what is existing, what are the challenges, so that they take it from there. So we are take that, they're not building from scratch, we are developing what is existing. Yes, so maybe it's upon the team leaders to contact the previous team leaders. When they have their first meeting, they make sure it is in there, maybe makes the first implementation to them to explain to them what is involved in their area.
Okay, so I just let me so yes. Yes. Okay. Yes, so yeah, to summarize, your first task is to set up such a meeting with existing members. Okay. And I reminded the team in the WhatsApp so that they will adjust their schedule to set up such a meeting. Okay, so I think now time is running out. I expected Michael is going to be able to brief something related to avionics, but let's set up the meeting in another opportunity, maybe after this meeting or tomorrow or later. Is it okay, Michael?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, thank you very much. And try to record such a meeting so that we can share to the members who cannot join the meeting. Right? Did I forget something? Oh, by the way, you can send me your photo so that I can upload your information on our Nakuja website. Okay. All right. If not, let me close the meeting here and let's work together. Thank you for joining. Thank you, members. Francis, do you want to say something? Yeah, I think he already said something. Oh, I can see Kisaka. Is it the Jones Kisaka? Hello. Is there John Kisaka?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so are you able to join the internship?
Yes.
Oh, yes. So are you able to join as a full-time, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you're supposed to come to IPIC every day.
Okay.
Right? That's okay. So you let's work. So you are assigned in recovery team. So that's okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Victor, do you want to say something?
No, I'm fine.
Fine. All right.
Yes.
Okay, the meeting is now over. So thank you for joining. Yeah, I think Washington is also in the meeting. What? Oh. Yeah. Washington, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so when are you able to have a meeting, the propulsion group?
I think Wednesday or Friday.
Wednesday or Friday? Good. I think
Yes.
Felix said he's available on Wednesday, so let's have it on Wednesday.
Okay, okay.
Right. Thank you. Okay, everyone, thank you for joining. So see you next time.